we're going to find out. Just leave that there because it's going to keep falling. I know some people want the real competitiveness of everything, but we just want to be able to go out there and kick the shit out of somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, right? Welcome to the Salty Side of Jiu Jitsu podcast. We're here for episode number
57.
45. 9.
49?
Sorry.
49?
9.
9. Episode 9.
Get it one day.
Dogs are trying to break in here again. Poor Ollie Mac, baby daddy, the kitty cat. He has a crush on Rai Rai, my cat. So much that he won't come near her.
Yeah. I'm convinced it's the dogs, though.
No, my cat just is terrified of other human beings that are not me, my wife, or my 2 children.
She let me pet Ollie.
Yes, he
let me pet him the one time, but then that's when the dogs weren't breaking.
Yeah, dogs that bark out, yeah. So, he's okay with my nephew who stays over here on the weekends. So I think you just got to stay over here you got to stay for extended periods of time. You know, you sleep on the couch, and then he's like, "All right, this bum's sleeping on my couch. I got to get used to him." So it's okay. Fortunately for you, you have a really good family, so you don't have to worry about sleeping on somebody else's couch.
I'm good.
Yeah, so we got some big shit coming up. Are we gonna get right into this, or should we say something else first? Should we do our small talk?
What are we doing for small talk?
Daisy.
Oh, Daisy.
Let's go into our friend Daisy. I say we get that early in the video. The viewers can see it and say hi to our friend Daisy.
Yeah.
And wish her what do you wish them? A happy graduation? Congratulations.
And then she'll be going on to more school.
That's just insane to me. I don't understand this.
That's
what
I'm doing.
She seems to be losing her mind sometimes.
A master's degree from
Matt sends her here from Moxie to get their
master's degree.
Yeah.
That's what Rabbi's going to have one day. But yeah. Daisy, our friend Daisy, wish you the best. Congratulations. You rock. I'll put a dolphin noise over that so it doesn't say the F word. I know you had tons of trouble. Not trouble, but I know it was tough. It was extremely difficult, and you held it together. So we just want to wish you the best.
Yeah.
And say congratulations. You are amazing.
Congrats, Daisy.
Yes. So
send that to Tito and Joe for me and Sophie.
And yeah, say hi to all the aminals.
Aminals. What else was it? There was something else I was going to say.
Oh, somebody else.
Oh yeah, Matt was sending
too.
I was going to talk about Matt sending Daisy Yermate to help her get through all the hard times.
What is it?
He sends her like packs of yerba mate.
What the
yerba mate tea.
Oh yeah, tea. Yeah, like probably energy stuff, right? Yeah, energy teas.
It helps.
So it's nice to have good friends. That's good. You know what I mean? Like I always say, like we have like a good core group of friends. Like people always like question things with our friendship, but like we seriously do. We have like a good
group of
like
friends.
our friends, our little core group is so supportive of each other and everything we do. At least that's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I know anything I do, not that I really do anything, because
it's not training.
But you would show up, you know what I mean, in a heartbeat. I know Off Canada Shannon's always there to support. Matt would be there to support. Daisy, if she's in town, because she's in another state. But I feel like our core group of friends, you know, our little inner circle of the Goon Squad is very supportive of each other. And I think that's amazing. You know, if somebody says some flagrant shit about one of your friends, you back your friend up and you're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I feel like we have it. So, very cool that Matt's sending her stuff to help her get through this very traumatic time of getting master's degrees and stuff. Because that is insane. Good for her. Because I couldn't do it. Honest to God, I couldn't do it. There's no way. I had the attention span of a 2-year-old. So, just getting through the workday is hard enough for me. So, getting through a podcast of Rye is hard enough for me.
Yeah.
But speaking of Rai is also graduating soon. Oh, I'm going to bring the camera. I'm going to try and get some good pictures of you. Hopefully we get some cool shots.
You're
it'll
gonna
be-
see my blank photo on the graduation thing.
Oh yeah,
We're
we're gonna Photoshop that in. We gotta Photoshop your
The
picture.
time they were taking senior photos was literally the same day I was competing at Nogi Worlds, and they told me I could not make up that day and I could not submit my own thing. So I was like, "You're either getting me in my Nogi clothes or you're getting no photo."
Nothing at all.
And I was not allowed to take photos in non-formal wear,
So they have a blank photo for Rai
which is like,
as their senior photo, which is kind of shitty because
what
I was like,
he is non-formal.
yeah, that's
I would have worn my best Nogi outfit.
yeah. Even as much
I
of
would
a
have worn my
loser,
USA.
as much of a loser as I was in high school and barely even showed up, I still had a photo with a weird fake. They dropped like this fake tuxedo over the top of you and took your picture, and I'm there in
Why
my.
couldn't they do that with my outfit?
No picture, but you are graduating, and you're graduating with tons of like college credits and
Yeah,
stuff.
so
like
I
you're-
should be graduating this semester with 33 college credits in total from taking dual credits over the past 2 years.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that should be like almost all my general ed done.
It's like you have
It's like
a good head
almost
on your
like
shoulder.
2 years on like my college years.
That's insane. Good for you.
And additionally, she's getting a high degree.
Yeah, I'm getting the highest degree for high school diplomas in Nevada because I did all sorts of testing to like make it so I would get the highest degree possible.
You're smart and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be with the National Honor
Oh,
Society.
yeah, National Honor Society
Damn,
medal.
you get to wear a different colored robe or some shit
She
too.
gets a different,
Different sash or
she
something.
gets a
Or...
different sash and
I
she
have
has
a
a medal.
Damn, you get a medal. You get your first ever non-jiu-jitsu medal. You need to hang it in a different place in the
I'm gonna
house.
show with my Nogi pants
Yeah.
medal on there too.
Different medals for different things. That's very cool. No, I'm very proud of you. I'm excited for your graduation. I'm gonna take tons of pictures.
It's gonna go on.
I'm probably
They
gonna
haven't like
scream.
told me anything.
I'm gonna scream as loud as I can to embarrass you. So,
Mm.
probably gonna take my shirt off and have like your name written across my chest like a football fan.
Dude, I'm just trying not to like trip when I'm walking around.
Yeah, don't trip. I will make sure you're
You
okay
will
first.
lose your shit if I trip.
I'll make sure you're okay first, and then I will laugh at you because that's what a good friend does. And we're gonna get into this right now. This is gonna be our grain of salt. Early on in this
I'm
episode,
waiting for the twinkling noise.
grain of salt. If your friend falls down and hurts themselves, or they run and bash their head into a pipe and fall down, this happened to a friend of mine at work. Make sure that you check on your friend first, and then laugh at them.
Yeah. You know, the reasonable response.
Yes, because then you're laughing with them, not at them,
Yeah.
and that is your grain of salt.
See, my problem there is I will start to ask if they're okay, but start laughing in the middle of asking if they're okay.
Your pinch of salt with Ryro.
Mine is not good advice, mine is my actual reaction to these situations.
And that is your pinch of salt
Pinch of salt.
with Ryro.
Mine's gonna be like pepper.
We're gonna have the grain of salt and the pinch of salt for Ryro.
Mine's like pepper.
I'm gonna give credit of that to my friend TJ at work
Mm.
for the pinch of salt. After the last episode, he said that because you jumped in right after the grain of salt, and he was like, "That should be like the pinch of salt." Funny enough, he's the one at work that bashed his head into the fucking pipe and fell on the ground. I checked on him first and then laughed at him. So this kind of all went in a big circle, a very weird,
You had to make sure you had content.
yeah, good content right there. That's just good quality content right there. So, yeah, graduations, congratulations. Well, not yet. You can still fuck it up. What if you get in a fight
I'm
at
cleared.
school?
I'm cleared. I'm cleared.
Oh, you're clear. All right, we're
I'm
good.
cleared.
We're good. All right.
I just gotta bring my grades up so they look nice. But I'm
I
clear.
thought you always had high grades.
I do.
Alright.
But I procrastinate over it. There's an essay that I don't want to write, but I have to write.
That's what my wife tells me is the hardest stuff. Where
It's
you're just
the-
not interested in it and you still have to do it.
It's the like
just terrible.
stupidest essay ever. So the teacher had like 5 to 6 assignments to build up the essay instead of like just letting me write a rough draft. I had to write all these different things, so it's like 500 words for each page on that thing. And then at the end, I'm combining it all to make like an actual essay, but I have to take out the unnecessary information that she made me write.
No. Sounds awful.
This
I
is
don't want
why-
to deal with that at
okay.
all.
High school English classes are so hard, but college English classes are so easy. I got A's on all my papers last year for both semesters in English 101 and English 102. And I even had times where I would submit the rough draft and it would be perfectly fine, and my teacher just accepted that as a final draft.
Oh.
And she was like, "That's good." So like
Yeah, that helps a lot.
that kind of shows how stupid the high school level English
Yeah.
class is with me right now.
That's because they
Because
have.
I love writing,
They have
and
like.
I cannot write this essay.
I'm sure you will.
I will. I'm
Oh.
probably gonna do it tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure over here filming podcasts and videos.
I will
with
do
me.
it tonight. You don't understand my power of writing after jiu-jitsu. My power of writing when I want to get on my games, but I know I have responsibilities.
That is like when you dangle that carrot in front of you and be like, you play your game.
Yeah, that's
write,
what I do.
Write 500 words and
That's
get
what
it done.
Go to jiu-jitsu once we just
Yeah. Go get this shit done. You're gonna be like, oh, right in the zone, just fucking done.
I was so good about not procrastinating the previous semester, but this semester my brain was like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah,
I was like, I just
It's
want to
probably-
train jiu-jitsu.
yeah, it's probably because you're training so much with the new gym. It's exciting. You got Worlds coming. It's exciting,
Yeah.
and it's your
Because
last
last
year.
semester
of
I
high
was
school.
ahead of.
I wonder if it's too because your last year, so you're kind of like winding down. So maybe in your brain, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Is that what? Do they have a term for that?
It's very real.
Senior. Okay, there you
It's very
go.
real because last year and the first semester of this year, I was so good about not procrastinating. I would be like weeks ahead.
Oh.
And then as soon as this semester hit, I fell behind immediately.
So it is, but you're at your tail end. You're good.
But I am in college level courses, so I can't really fall behind. I just do my stuff last minute because those do have hard due dates, so I do get them done.
Nice.
But the
Yeah.
ones that have lenient due dates,
You've always been good. It's always funny to me when we're out of town. Like we'll be in a hotel out of town, and you're like,
yeah, I'm good.
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go fucking rage, right? And you're like, I'm gonna go
I
write
gotta
the
write
schoolwork, and I'm like, cool. I'll see you later. I'll be down at the hot tub.
I had to write about the last tournament that we went to that was out of state. What I had to write for it was for my English 200 class, but because it's studying novels and novels and movies, and the adaptations and how they're similar and different, just comparing them. So that's what I was writing about first, and I was not very interested in that movie. It's a good book, but I don't. Dude, I had to. This is a rant. My ADHD is bad because I was so locked in on the first thing we were filming that now my brain's like, oh, I can talk freely now.
Yeah. We did
So-
film a different video before.
So
this.
my last short story that I had to read and watch for this class is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and the book was good.
Yeah.
But they gave me the stupidest adaptation they could find. So it's not the one that's written by Tim Burton that has
it's really
Johnny
good.
Depp.
Yeah.
And it's not the Disney version. It's some like small company. It's a Hallmark movie. And I was so upset the whole time.
This is so
By the way-
gay.
By the way, I was so upset the whole time and I could not focus on the movie that the whole time it was playing 2 times speed on YouTube. And I was watching the whole thing and I was just annoyed with the main character the whole time.
It's like some Swedish film.
Dude, the two times theme made up for it because it kind of made it funny with how high pitched that people were talking. But I was so pissed off about the main character the whole time because he's just this really like the best way to describe him.
Bob Crane.
Yeah. Because the other adaptations he's okay, but in this one the best way to describe it is he's just a weirdo. It's like
I'm pretty sure he's a weirdo in all of
he's a
them.
weirdo in all of them, but this one is just he's weird. Like I don't like it. I had a hard time watching that, but I watched it all in 2 times speed.
Sounds like the best way to watch it.
Yeah, it made up for it.
We are being told by our producer to hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, I got in the ring.
All right. We have UFC Fight Pass. And not just any UFC Fight Pass 7, not just any UFC Fight Pass, a very special UFC Fight Pass that we are going to live.
We're gonna watch.
We're going to be down at the UFC Performance Center.
Out in the crowd holding my banner for Peter Frank. For Peter Frank and my coaches.
Are you bringing a real banner?
No. I might do it for the podcast.
Sign.
I'll do it for the podcast.
Sign. I don't think it'll let me allow the camera in there, but we'll get some stuff with our phones. I'm super excited for this. Super excited.
Me, actually.
We got lucky with the tickets because we talked about going to this in the first place, and then it sold out by the time we made our decision, which was very weird. I don't even remember what happened there. I feel partially like I was to blame for that because I had to
wait, hold on a second.
I might have had to work. So there was a thing there that was work. So I cleared that, but by the time we got tickets sold out, and then we got some insider info. I'm not going to say from who, because, somebody around here trains with some pretty cool people who may or may not be on this card, that some tickets went on sale. So very cool. We are going. We're going to be there live. I'm super excited for this. Because that's a hell of a card.
It's such a good card.
It is such a good card. I'm super excited for this. Fucking UFC Fight Pass 7. Super excited. We're going to be there live.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be so much fun. Rai is going to buy me beers all night because I don't carry cash and she does. Bring your tip money.
My boss wasn't there this week, so I got less.
This is a hell of an event. The rules are ever changing.
Yeah.
Just so weird for the UFC fight. Yeah. The rules is so we don't know what the fuck we're walking into with this.
We're just going and watching.
We're going in to see some cool shit because there's some cool people on this card we're big fans of. But I do think it's a little wild that the rules keep changing. And I kind of understand it because I think what they're going for is to kind of find the most exciting, the most kind of rule set that people can kind of like just whatever entertains people and whatever kind of keeps the fans coming back. So I do get it that it's like kind of changing all the time to kind of fine tune it. Eventually they're going to have to come down to a like this is the rule set and this is what it is. Yeah. Like these are the rules because changing it every time is very weird but it also makes it exciting, makes it fun. You have some big
we don't fully know what we're going.
Yeah, we don't know what the fuck.
Our thoughts could be completely wrong if like a certain move is just banned.
Yeah, or the rule set's changed on how they can stalls.
Leg attack.
I do. So I'm a big fan of the one card they did with. They were so over the top with the negatives. It was the one where they were doing ADCC hybrid rules, which was like two or three fight passes ago, two or three five. Yeah. But they were doing the ADCC hybrid rules, which we're gonna do that because it was so weird because they were giving negatives for anything, and it was very strange. But I actually kind of enjoyed it because it made for really exciting matches. Because the guys that were getting like these negatives over and over again, they would just hop up and be like, "Fuck, I gotta go." So it made the event really fun to watch, but. You have to at least have a rule set that guys can kind of... The problem with having a set rule set is guys figure out ways to kind of like game it. Not cheat it, game it. It's not cheating if you're following the rules. But gotta like game it. You know what I mean? So I do kind of... Maybe you add that little... It's kind of like our podcast. You throw the chaos in. And then everything's just fucked. You're like, oh my God, what do we do? So... super excited for this event. Goddamn, what a card, man. What a card.
I realized I spelled Luke's last name wrong.
Luke Griffin?
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
I wasn't paying attention.
It's not like you're a decorated high school student going into college.
For a high degree.
But I find something to edit in there. I don't even know what it is, but something to make fun of you.
Put a little grad cap.
It's not going to be the retarded thing. I'll put a cap on you.
You should put the umbrella.
Where he's like, let's just say I have a large collection of hats and things.
You need to put the little spinny top hat.
The dunce hat?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? All right, we're gonna get into this card because this is gonna take a while. I think that's a big card.
Mm.
First match, at least I got on my list. Helena Kravar, and we put our picks up here. These are that's the matches, our picks on each side. We'll see who does
If you
better.
watched the last episode, you'll be familiar with this.
No, that's true.
The last one wasn't really an episode, but the last
It's
video.
not a podcast.
Yeah, the last video.
Channel. Helena Kravar, Aurelia Leverne.
Helena.
Hope I said that right.
I don't know.
I'm assuming I do because I'm an expert in nameology. So, it's another movie reference.
Is that under like humanities or English?
Shut up. Look at me, I'm smart.
Dude,
My co-host is retarded.
Dude, you know, okay, it's still good for me because it counts towards my major, but do you know how upset I was when I realized that my English 200 class didn't count for English and it counted for humanities?
I would not have known that. I didn't know humanities was a thing. What the fuck is humanities?
I need it for kinesiology. I don't know.
What the fuck is kinesiology?
Study of movement.
For physical therapy and sports medicine.
And that's your pinch of salt.
Yeah.
We're gonna get those.
Kinesiology.
I'm gonna add that kinesiology. And then add.
You should screenshot the definition on Google and just put it over my head when I'm
I'm
saying.
going to. I'm gonna do that now.
So it's just the white background and everything.
This video is gonna take way longer to edit now, thanks to you. Helena Kravar.
Helena.
What?
Helena.
That's what I said.
No. I'm saying I'm rooting for Helena.
Oh, you're rooting for. Oh, yeah.
I'm just straight away. Like,
You're just like, I get it out of the way right now. Helena's gonna win. I know it. That's kind of how it goes nowadays with Helena. Especially being over at New Wave, like she is just on a fucking.
She just
tear.
won West Coast Trials.
Yeah, she's just.
Like that's no joke.
Helena is. Yeah, she's just killing it.
She beat the girl that won against her at the East Coast Trials.
Yes, I beat her. Yeah. No, so she's obviously Mo Black, who actually just got an invite.
Yes, she did.
Mo Black got an invite, so good for
That's
her.
good.
Congratulations, because she's a terror on the mats, you know.
I
So
would have been if I was her. I would have been so upset if I didn't get an invite, but I won East Coast Trials.
yeah,
Because for a context, the East Coast Trials this year for women did not count to actually making it to the
sure
full
last time
event.
too.
And last time it didn't either.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the way it's been.
Yeah, it just
East Coast just buys you a way to the West Coast.
why would you ever go to East Coast then?
Well, I
'Cause,
think maybe
like,
maybe to scope out a competition is see what you need to work on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, like-
it's the front runner for
And
invite.
look,
But, like-
obviously it worked out for Mo because she got the invite.
As like a West Coast
She did get the invite, so it paid off for her.
that's true, but like as like a person on the West Coast, I would rather spend money to travel to the West Coast Trials than to travel to the East Coast Trials.
Yeah,
If I
Well,
like
they are moving the East Coast Trials. It's no longer going to be in New Jersey. Mo Jessup confirmed that it's going to be in Florida next time around.
hey, guess where we're going in 2 years?
everything is in Florida now. What the?
I'll go to Florida. I want to go to Florida so bad.
Why is everything in Florida?
Because Florida's fucking amazing.
Because it's
Have you seen the
a
beaches
town.
out there?
Yeah.
You haven't, because you're terrified of beaches, because you got beat up by a wave. I almost got killed by a
You
wave.
don't need to bring up this trauma.
I almost got killed by a wave, and I still go to the beach. So,
That's also you're special.
plastic.
I learned from my
Maybe it was
mistakes.
because of the
So-
wave that I'm passing home is special. Yeah, that wave messed me up more than I thought.
I learned.
I think-
I learned from these experiences. You still go to it like waiting to see if it happens again.
I think we need to go to Florida.
Yeah.
We're going to Florida.
Pins?
Let's do pants. I'm down. I'm gonna try and make this happen.
Dude, pants is gonna be a nightmare.
We're gonna do it, and I'm gonna compete too.
East Coast Trials.
If I'm going all the way to fuck Florida, I'm competing.
Yeah. You better.
Fuck no, man.
You have to go back to training.
I do. Shut up.
I don't know if we're doing. I don't know if we're doing no. If we're doing pants this year, if he doesn't start training soon.
I'm gonna do it.
We need to start training.
I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna train. I'm training next week. We're doing this. I'm going back. No bullshit. We're kicking some ass, but we're gonna continue on this card because your mom is off cannon. Shannon is going crazy right now. She's like, "Shut the fuck up, you two, you retards."
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh, we have to have a handler. You know what I mean? Like you and I.
We will.
Could you imagine if we were in Texas last time and your mom wasn't there? We'd probably still be in Texas right now, just walking around finding different restaurants and barbecue.
Dude, Matt would be making us go to the cookie place. We had to convince him not to walk in. No,
Oh,
he still walked into the
Jesus.
cookie place. The only reason he didn't get anything was because they were out of chocolate chip.
And we already had ice cream. Anyways,
We had to go to the cookie
We're-
place.
we're moving on. We're moving on. Because me and you were retarded. We're going to keep doing this.
Worse with sugar, but he was like, "Let's go." It says the same person that doesn't believe in breakfast and pastries.
That's true. That's no.
And he was like, "Let's go." Cookie place.
Alright. So we're both picking Helena because obviously you can't pick against her at this point. I think if you did, it'd have to be against somebody with the not disrespecting this lady, but like goddamn, you gotta be a Mo Black. You gotta, you know what I mean? Like it's the no-gi rule set with the ADCC rule style. She's with one of the best teams in the world, especially at that rule set with New Wave. They're masters of that rule set. They know how to game that. Not game it, but they're so good at that system.
Mhm.
So you can't bet against her.
That's what we want to see, which we might see.
Her against Fionn would be phenomenal. That would
No, that would be an absolute.
I think, yeah, they're doing an absolute now.
Yeah.
So we have to bring that up.
Yeah.
They're, for the first time ever, they're doing a female absolute division, which I think is amazing. That is so cool that they're doing that.
I like
They
how all
added
this
so
stuff
they've
takes
added
so
the
long.
third women's division to ADCC.
Had it before.
What?
Before Mo took it over. Because Fionn has a win over B Mosquito, where she broke B Mosquito.
Yeah, that was in 2019.
Yeah,
I
and
was
I'm
there.
pretty sure they're in two different weight classes.
No. It was theirs. No, I was there. They didn't do an open. Trust me.
I think it's because they only had a small amount of divisions.
It's
so
because they
let's
only
do a
had
big
two
jump.
weight divisions. That's why. So now they have the three, and they're doing the open, which is phenomenal for them. I think it's so cool. I know the men's is always a fight for them sometimes to get guys to do the open, which I understand, you know what I mean? Especially for once you get down to a certain weight class, it becomes so difficult. But the women's it's essentially going to be the same thing. The heaviest weight class for the women's, like, fucking Gabby Garcia.
It's weird.
You know what I mean? Like there's such a big discrepancy, but those type of women are so few and far between. The Gabby Garcias they're so few and far between. Most of the women are bigger, but they're not Gabby Garcia bigger.
They have
So
three women's divisions, but for the open class, they only have 8 slots. So it doesn't count for the 3 people who.
we gotta keep it small because it's a smaller. Well, the thing is, it's a smaller pool that they're bringing the women from because those 3. Remember, the women don't have 16-person division. They're only
have 8.
8 women divisions per division. So that's why they're only doing the 8. They're going to keep it smaller, and I get that because right now this is it's controversial to say this, but if you look at the skill level of women in jiu-jitsu, and it's so weird how we see girls that are so good,
Yeah.
and then they go against somebody that's like 80 cc style, and you're like, they just get
Yeah.
killed. Destroyed. So I get it. Give it another 5-10 years,
Yeah.
and I almost guarantee you,
match the-
eventually, ADCC will have 16 women divisions because you're going to have
16 competitors.
You're gonna have these actual competitors, not just 8 women showing up to
Yeah,
get
well, you see the
demolished.
opens now. The opens now kind of show that. So once
Yes.
it gets to a point where like
I think
those
it's
people do want to
getting there.
compete professionally, that's how it'll open up.
Yeah, I think it's getting it.
Because a lot of
Time
times when
around, the
people at the
invites are
opens-
kind of questionable.
Yeah, it is weird invites. There's
The
no way.
women-
Well, I think it's only because they added the 3rd division.
No, but even so,
No, it is because they added way more. If they would just kept it 2,
there's modern people they could have put in those slots instead of bringing someone that hasn't competed in 5 or 6 years. There's more recent people they could have added to
I'm
those
sorry.
slots.
Mechanic Dern is nice, but she should not be in it.
that was definitely
Gabby
a.
Garcia should not be in it. She hasn't been at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's there for the
Gabby's.
entertainment. I feel like.
Trust me, Gabby
No, but
gets her
she's there
education
for the
every time.
entertainment. She's not.
Well, I know Gabby can beat a lot of these girls too.
Yeah.
She's gonna fucking, like I said, Gabby's no joke. Like, Gabby, she's an obvious because she's won it. You know,
But she's
Gabby's an
also,
obvious.
like,
She's won like
kind
a
of like a
4-time fucking winner. Like
She's probably like a well-known person in that division, though. So
that's how I feel with Mackenzie Dern. It's they're using the name, and Mackenzie is good. Don't get me wrong, she's really good at grappling.
She's good, but she
Like,
hasn't competed.
She hasn't done anything, but so I do understand that because they did the same thing with Marigali. Remember, they brought him in, no nogi experience, but it was kind of the name recognition, and look how that paid off. That motherfucker turned out to be a nightmare for dudes on the mat. Like, holy shit. So I do understand you have to have the entertainment aspect of it. There is the entertainment aspect of it. So I do get that. So I get it with Mackenzie Dern. I do understand. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do understand. So
I'm just saying, I think they should have brought Tammy in.
Tammy should get a
versus-
fucking invite. I don't
They're
understand.
not done with the women's. There's no more slots. There's no more prisoners.
Which is
But
Well, there's a chance for people to be hurt or drop out. So
well, they said she's not on the reserve list.
this is so weird.
But like Gabby Pastrana, she's on the reserve list for the high,
Yeah, I don't understand that.
and that would be super entertaining for her to come in.
I don't understand it because Tammy is just an
Tammy should
anomaly.
be an invite.
Well, because Tammy versus
Kick the
Jack
shit out of
Bruce is
fucking
gonna
everybody.
was still gonna be a good fight.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were-
Well,
Yeah.
all of I think any of the recent losses that Tammy's had, they've never been by submission. They've only been by points when the other person is stalling out. Like I feel like
No,
with like that
Tammy's a
also
beast.
adds on to it. I don't think anyone has submitted her at all recently. And
Tammy,
it's
fuck.
purely the points.
I'm pretty sure Tammy would let her arm break or something before.
That's what I mean.
She has, yeah, she has.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think she would just.
Should have
Yeah.
invited her.
Yeah, I don't understand how she didn't get an invite. Very strange. That one's questionable. I understand even the star power. I understand bringing in kind of names like that for, with the Mackenzie Dern thing. So I do understand. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I do understand it. So, but anyways,
We gotta get through these cards.
we gotta get this card.
That was the
Keep
first
talking
fight
about
on the
everything else.
card.
That was the first match, and we're already on to fucking everything else other than this card. Next match, Peter Frank, Rafael Domingos.
Peter
Bro.
Frank.
It's our boy. It's our boy, Peter Frank.
Mhm.
We have to root for Peter Frank.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
He could be going against Gordon Ryan, and we're going to be like, we're going for Peter
He's
Frank.
got He's got the.
You need to see the
I wanna
flying
see the
kick.
flying kick afterwards.
Yeah, Peter Frank and Rafael Domingos.
Peter
Rooting
Frank.
for Peter Frank. He could have some trouble with this match.
BJJ Star winner. I
He's
think
a two-time BJJ star winner. And
last time it was on decision, I think, with getting points last second.
yes, but he's super exciting. He's fun to watch.
I'm rooting for it.
Yes, we're rooting for
No
Peter Frank,
doubt
our
in my
boy.
mind.
We're gonna make a clip of this and we can share it and tag Peter Frank because hey, Peter Frank, kick some ass this weekend.
Mhm.
We're gonna be there. Rai wants her picture with Peter Frank.
Yeah, with her many other pictures.
With her many other pictures of Peter Frank. So rooting for Peter Frank
That
here.
is like a stuff.
I haven't bought your rash guard yet because I just got done arguing with your birthday present rash guard people last night through email about getting you a fucking rash guard that I ordered over a month ago for your birthday. Now your birthday has passed. I still haven't gotten it, and now they tell me that I can't have it. And now
They're
it's
saying you can't get it
a
now.
different gift. So hopefully soon. On your birthday, your other birthday present. So,
It's my
anyways.
graduation.
Now I still have to buy you my bet loss when we lost the bet. I lost the bet of your Peter Frank pink and
Wait, so they straight up told you
Pink
no,
and-
we're not sending that
pink and
anymore.
yellow rash guard. So
They straight up told you they're not sending that anymore.
they said they don't have it anymore. So
You guys did
anyways,
order a month ago.
over a month ago.
Over a month.
I ordered it before your birthday, like a long time ago. So your birthday was a big deal, and apparently not to these people. Anyway, it's okay. Anyways, we're moving on.
Did they know it was for actually Mariana?
I should have fucking told them that. You know what?
Name dropped.
Name drops you. I bet it would have got my shit.
Probably.
Anyways, we're gonna move on. Peter Frank. We're going Peter Frank. Both of us pick Peter Frank
Good friend.
because we can't bet against our boy. You know what I mean? Dude's exciting, super exciting, fun to watch. Brings it, especially for a Masters 2. He gives me hope, even though I'm way older and I'm a Masters 3, almost Masters 4, whatever. He gives me hope that I can flying triangle somebody one day.
You will.
Next match, Raquel Canuto and Isla O'Connell. You notice I said that like like super good.
Yeah,
It's the Irish in me.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got it. Raquel,
Conn McLeod.
are you alright?
It's the Irish in me. Anyways, Raquel Canuto. We're
Raquel.
obviously fucking rooting for Raquel
Mm.
because because she's somebody's coach.
She's also amazing in general.
She's just a fucking badass. Like, hey, super nice lady,
Even
super
if I
cool.
wasn't there, like I'd still be rooting for her.
Yeah,
But like
super
it's
nice
really
lady.
cool that she's my coach.
yeah. And she's a beast on the mat. It's like,
Yeah,
this chick is no joke. Like, she turns it on. You see her when she gets on the mat. She's just like, oh, I don't want to be standing across from that lady. So, just tough as nails.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. Like, she's a competitor through and through.
Mm.
Her and her husband are both kind of similar in that. It's so funny to me how, like, those two are. They're so you see them walk on that mat and you're like, oh shit. Like, you know a fight's about to happen. So yeah, Raquel is super exciting to watch. She's tough as fucking nails. She's mean on the mats. So obviously both of us picked Raquel.
Yeah.
That was kind of an easy pick for both of
No
us.
doubt.
I'm probably gonna train under her one day. Next week, I'm gonna show
You
up.
need to go.
I keep telling you, your mom keeps saying, off camera, Shannon keeps saying she's gonna have her send me a message calling me a bitch for not showing up to train yet, but
I gotta ask her if you can do that.
it would be funny. I would definitely show up that day. I'd be like, fuck, I'm here for my beatings. Moving on. Obviously, Raquel Canuto, both of us picking that one. Next match, our boy, B Team, J-Rod. Fucking J-Rod. J-Rod, they switched this one up. His opponent got hurt or whatever happened. I don't know what happened, but he's got Jonatas Gracie. Here's the thing. Jonatas Gracie beat Nicky Ryan on the Fight Pass.
That's also Nicky Ryan.
Nicky Ryan gassed out. That was the thing.
It's because he's a cheater.
I swear to fucking God, child.
It's because he's a cheater, bro.
He's not a fucking cheater.
No, why did he gas out then? He was trying
Because he was
He
tired.
was trying to use his greasing.
Because
to
he's
get
lazy.
He was getting an advantage in the fight with his greasing, and it didn't work, so he gassed out right away. He's a cheater. I'm breaking Tim now. He's debating sending back my one gift. Like
I'm gonna
even
cancel it.
even if he gets it, he's gonna send it back.
I'm going to cancel the order.
I bet you won't get your refund though.
I'm okay with that at this point.
He's a cheater.
Ever since you turned into an adult, you've been so disrespectful.
I've always thought that of Nicky Ryan.
You're full of shit.
He is the nicest BT member.
He is. He was so nice when he beat me up. When I rolled with him.
He's so nice when I said hi.
Anyways,
I said hi.
Jonatas
like, I
Gracie
know
and
who you are.
J-Rod. J-Rod. It's a tough match to call. J-Rod's got that dog in him.
Mm.
J-Rod will fight to the death, and he is always the most exciting match of the night. So definitely, this is going to be a match of the night.
Yeah.
Like, once again, I can't pick against J-Rod because since I am an official B Team nut hugger, certified nut hugger, I legally I'm not allowed to pick against B Team. So
Yeah.
J-Rod all day. I think he's gonna put that pace on him. But Jonatas Gracie got good fucking cardio. He looks strong as shit. I think he's gonna give him problems. But I think especially if it goes into overtime, I think J-Rod's gonna be too much. Especially late in the match, J-Rod's gonna. That dude's wild. So super exciting. He throws it all on the line. So I got J-Rod.
For ADCC, right? Like his foot injury wasn't like bad, right?
Yeah, those guys have like super healing powers, like Wolverine. So
Okay, so they're like invincible.
yeah, I don't know. I think he's okay. I think he tapped early enough
think so too.
to not break anything. So
Yeah.
but I got J-Rod. You got J-Rod because you're my compadre, and you're like, you know what, Tim? I can't bet against the B Team
I
either.
voted for J-Rod on my own. I didn't just do it because you were doing it because it was cool. J-Rod's cool in general.
You don't fucking listen to anything I say anyways. So.
Yeah. I picked J-Rod on my own. Nato.
Hanato Canuto and Aaron Wilson.
It's a rematch.
It's a rematch.
rematch.
You lay out some stats on the rematch of this one.
Oh,
What you got, kid?
so this is a rematch from the Third Coast Grappling. So they had previously fought before, and Hanato actually won the fight by a 4-point advantage against Aaron Wilson. Yeah.
I think he's
I
gonna do
think
it
it's a good rematch, and I
It is
think
good.
Hanato's gonna
Yeah,
still
Hanato.
kill him.
Definitely Hanato. I think especially with that whole PGF warm up, getting back into the competition scene, he's
He's going to Kasai next too.
yeah, Kasai. And you saw him pick it up from that first day
Yeah.
throughout the tournament for the PGF. You saw Hanato get back into the competition mode, on the mats with these killers, and you saw him pick it up, and you saw that killer take over.
Well, honestly,
He's such a
most of the fights,
animal.
in that whole team based thing, most of the fights that he had, he would have won if it was a different rule set. There were
Definitely.
only two that he wouldn't have won, and those ones are the ones by submission. But with all those fights, I think if it was any other rule set, he would have gotten points. He would have won those fights.
Yeah, Hanato's
Because it was a lot of stalling to just prevent submissions, so there would be no points.
exactly should not lose the points for the team. So yeah, there's definitely a weird rule, not a weird rule set, but really different rule set. You got to be ready for it. So
frustrating it is through the classes. The past 2 weeks on how frustrating it is when people are defending submissions from those spots.
that is cool though. He brings
It is a
the
really-
humility enough to bring it into the gym. But that's what makes
was
champions
It
champions.
was a really good. I really like those classes.
So he came into the gym after PGF and went over things that he was irritated with and that he couldn't get to work on. And I think that's such a humble thing to do. That shows you what type of man he is and what type of competitor he is.
I love the way they
That he
show
could do
stuff
something
after
like that.
tournaments,
You know what I mean?
with Raquel's outside passing stuff that she's doing right now, she's showing it a lot of how what he was doing to progress in the fights,
Nice.
and how little details matter in those situations, because he never backed up to go back to the person he's guard. He was always pushing forward.
Nice.
So I'm trying to pay attention to that, and I really like those lessons where they branch it off what they actually use in a tournament setting.
Especially not just in a tournament setting, but a big tournament setting. These are
Yeah.
you know what I mean? These are some world class
Even,
top tier
a
people.
lot of his posts
So
recently too, he's featuring techniques that he hit in tournaments.
Yeah.
And that is
it's one thing to show you something that you hit on a mother of three that's competing at the blue or purple belt level,
Yeah.
or even black belt level in a fucking local IBJ
I need
tournament.
my
And that's still cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from that. But there's a difference between that and then literally some of the best grapplers
Yeah.
in the world, and you go, I was able to do this, this, and this, and this,
Yeah.
and this is why it worked, or this is why it didn't work, and that is so. No, from that perspective, that is huge. It's
I need to apply the stupid shit Sunday stuff more often in my tournaments is what I'm hearing.
you definitely.
I did do one of them though. I did do one of them.
If I don't see a reversed, reinforced reach around guard from you,
Yeah.
one day I'll be extremely upset.
Yeah.
So.
I have to get it. I did get my armbar though. I got my armbar.
You did get the shotgun armbar. That was phenomenal. I'm gonna add that clip in here. I just made more fucking work for myself. But anyways,
I love that.
Hanato, we're obviously both going for Hanato
Yeah, Hanato.
here, and I'm not just rooting for him, but I, firmly believe
I
that he's gonna
like
win
those
this. Yeah, I firmly believe. Look for some flying shit because this dude's crazy as fuck.
Even in general, without that stuff in this match.
No, he's so good, but if he can land some flying shit, it's even
I want to
better.
see
Yeah, I want to see some flying shit.
It is really cool.
The next match, Giancarlo Bodoni and Gabriel Argus. Bodoni, it's hard to pick against him because he is the current ADCC 88 champion. I think it's 88 champion.
I kind of went for the OG in this fight,
But
I'm
you
not
went for Argus. I got
I'm
Bodoni.
not super confident. In
No, exactly. Yeah. Bodoni's
I
shown to
think he'll
be.
still do good.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be a good match. Bodoni's shown to be hit or miss sometimes with some of these matches.
Yeah, that is true.
Where he kind of falters a little bit under maybe if he can't set the pace early on. We've seen it Felipe Pena in his matches sometimes, or even Kainan Duarte. They can't set the pace early on, and they don't get what they want. You see them kind of
control.
they lose the confidence of it.
Yeah.
You kind of see them falter a little bit. So that's always questionable. I don't know if Bodoni is there yet. I know he had confidence issues coming into ADCC, And if you watch the Becoming Dangerous kind of thing, video they did on Flow Grappling on him, Danaher, that was a big thing for Danaher, was becoming dangerous. And so fixed his confidence issues. He went into ADCC, he did really good.
Yeah.
He came out of ADCC, he won some matches, he lost a couple matches. And it seemed to be kind of a confidence issue in those matches he lost. So it's always hard to call something like that when you see stuff like that. But I'm sure he's always working on it as well.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just say like, oh, he lost 1 or 2 matches and he just mentally can't handle it.
I still think Gabriel will do well in this fight, though.
I think he will, but that's why I picked Bodoni, because I think it's always an evolution for him. I think he's always getting better. He's with the right team to always be getting better. So I think Bodoni, I'm going to take Bodoni on this because that dude he's very good. Very good. He has the right team behind him. Not saying anything negative about Argus. I just, because you had some stats on this match too, right? That
Yeah.
they've fought before.
I don't think they've fought specifically before, but like both of them have like a lot of like titles and stuff that they hold. And Gabriel's is more like past the most recent that he's had has been in 2019 versus Rondoni is like his most recent has been obviously ADCC 2022.
Yeah.
So like it's like a different kind of like, I think it's 2 different styles that like are blending together
Yeah.
with this fight.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I gotta go with Bodoni. I just think it's gonna be too much to handle. When you're at that level and you end up with a world class team like that, I think it's just too much to handle. It's gonna be tough. So, moving on. I got Bodoni, you got Argus, and we shall see. We shall see who wins that
Where
one.
did my chip go?
Forgot it.
You forgot it because you were retarded. Next match, Kynan Duarte and Luke Griffith. This one was so hard to pick for me. This is such a
Luke Griffin's a dark horse.
Here's the problem. Both of these guys they're so hit or miss. Like it's the funniest thing. They both share the same traits of, I think.
Do you think it's gonna go to?
No, I think it's gonna.
Go to
I honestly think it'll be Duarte. I really think Duarte will win. I think I picked Duarte. Yeah.
I hope it doesn't go to any sort of decision.
No, well, it's gonna go to a overtime. They do an EBI overtime.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is they're both. I'm
worried this match will.
They're both shown to be
Are we sure
mentally.
it's an EBI overtime? Because the last one it was not an EBI.
It wasn't.
I
Because
hope it's
it
not
was Nikki
EBI
and
overtime. I hate that.
Roberto, and it was Nikki scored in the.
Well, they is scoring with the
Yeah.
possibility of EBI.
I hope
Isn't that
it's not
weird?
EBI.
I don't think it was EBI overtime.
Once again, it comes down to these
I don't-
weird ass rules.
Yeah, it wasn't consistent, but I'm pretty sure the last one was not an EBI overtime.
I'm pretty sure the last one it was just starting again from standing, and then it was like, was it
First
5
one to
minutes or
score.
10 minutes?
It was 5 minutes.
It was 5 minutes, and they let him go on the whole time. It wasn't like first to score immediately stopped. They let him.
This
go
is
the
why
whole
you
time.
need a fucking rule set.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the EBI, I prefer this where you can score in the last 5 minutes. It doesn't end right away, so people can get submissions.
I'm not a fan of EBI EBI overtime rules. I'm not a fan
I
of
hate it.
whatsoever. I've never been a fan of it. I've always hated it. I think
It
they
takes a lot to get to a submission. So to start
Right.
in a submission and
It's-
to end it,
stupid.
but it just breeds stalling.
yes.
Like,
Yes.
That's why, which I'll talk about in our main event. It breeds stalling. Some guys have perfected that. Once again, talking about our main event, have gotten so good at just doing the
Just
EBI
the
rule
EBI.
set of fucking getting to your back, and they've gotten so good at getting to your back for free and fucking taking advantage of it
Yeah.
that they will stall their way out of the match without doing anything and then getting so super irritating. Not a fan of EBI rule sets whatsoever. I think there's who's number one is way better. I feel like.
Yeah.
But anyways, Kynan Duarte, Luke Griffith, they both shown to be mentally weak. Not mentally weak. I can't say that because that's disrespectful. But they've shown to break mentally.
Yeah.
They have breaking points to where I feel like if they can't get their shit going, then they're just like fuck, and they
I'm
just
worried that like halfway through,
I'm not saying they give up. I'm not saying they just give, but like
They're not fidgeting.
yeah, like I feel like they just kind of like
I'm worried it'll
It's
like
tough.
the energy will like drop down halfway.
Yeah, that's a weird one. It's a super weird one to call because of that. If Luke Griffith can't catch him early, which I don't think he can, because Duarte is really good at defense. He's not a obviously Duarte's world class. He's won ADCC twice now. It's so for me, I had to go with Duarte just because I feel like the experience. He's got the right amount of steroids in him. Like
He's Duarte win ADCC though by waiting till the minute they got into the penalty period. And he was up on 9 points.
I think so.
Followed out for 8 points.
That was the match against Craig. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he have like 5 stalling calls?
Well, he had
more than that.
Yeah, no, more than that.
One point to win the match.
Yeah, but I mean, even Craig thought that was a little weird.
Yeah,
So, but no, he obviously won the match. He was in control of it. But
the stalling call, should have been called. It should have been.
well, they
not,
do that
not called, but it should have been restarted.
restart something. Yeah, that is a very weird rule set. So ADCC's got some weird shit. But
Well, that found a loophole in the ADCC rules that you could stall out the clock.
Yeah.
Like penalties.
But this match, I took Duarte just on the experience level. Steroid, he's got the right amount of steroids in him. He's got the Apto steroids. He's got, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to go with him over Luke Griffith. Griffith is, I think, going to be too green for him.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. You took Griffith probably just to counter my pick.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think he'll be good though.
It should be a good match. We'll see. It's going to be
just I'm worried about the energy
that one's
level halfway.
yeah, that one's like so up in the air for me. It's
It'll be like good in the beginning, and then it'll be like, okay, I'm waiting for the main fight.
yeah, it's a good point. Then the main event.
Not to be mean to any of the fighters, but I don't want it to be a point where I'm waiting for the next match.
Right, that would suck when that happens. Yeah.
All right, our main event.
Main event. Nicky Rod and Mason Fowler.
Nicky Rod.
Okay, so I'm legally obligated to pick Nicky Rod because, once again, certified B team nut hugger. I don't have a choice.
Counter up at the corner.
I'm not allowed to pick against them. It's just legality. Yeah, legalities don't allow me to do it.
Yeah.
I've always said it.
You have a stamped card and everything. Have you gotten it laminated?
I do. It's laminated. Trust me, I'm good to go. Mason Fowler.
It's with my passport.
It's with my passport. But I go to Texas to go train with the B team.
It's with my birth certificate.
I've always said, and I don't mean this like to be disrespectful, but I've always said Mason Fowler cheats in the EBI overtime rules. I've always said this. I'm telling you, go watch videos.
Every single time.
And I swear to God, he jumps the gun.
He knows what to do.
He jumps the gun when the referee says go. I swear, just go watch. This isn't my nut huggery taking over.
Watch it frame by frame.
I swear he does this shit. But that dude is so yes, he is always moving before the referee. So
the ref goes to raise his hand and there's already.
Mason Fowler is coming into this as the undefeated UFC Fight Pass Invitational champion.
He looks up.
Obviously, we think that he will no longer be undefeated.
Nicky Rod is so hard to control from the back. There's only been
Slayer.
Yeah.
Black belt Slayer.
He's the black belt Slayer now. Because he got a black belt.
Oh yeah, he's the black belt.
So, but I think he's just in the regular match. I don't think it's going to go much. Because that's just kind of Nicky Rod's style. He seems timid a lot of the times.
Yeah.
In the main.
Yeah.
He always seems very timid to me to get into spots. I don't know. It's weird if he can't. Just get to.
He kind of waits a little.
That's what I mean. He's timid. He waits a little too much, which I understand because you're going against these guys. He's not going against. It's not like he's going against random Joe Blow on a local tournament circuit. He's literally going against the best guys in the fucking world. So I totally get it. Yeah, you're not going to fucking some random dude. So this one was tough to pick, but obviously I'm legally not allowed to pick against him. So I gotta go Nicky Rod. I think it's gonna be two. is athletic, but dude, I mean, fuck.
I think he's gonna kill it.
Mason Balor's no joke. Like,
Yeah, that's
undefeated
true.
on there. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
true.
he beat Craig Jones twice with this rule set.
As the ref goes to raise his hand, not even down or anything, as it goes, that's what I'm worried about. But I think Nicky Rod will do the same though. I think he will match that. It is like a shared knowledge.
Yeah, they're both very good at the EBI overtime rule set. So we shall see. I'm excited for this one. I'm picking Nicky Rod. You're picking Nicky Rod just because.
It's not because of you. It's because Nicky Rod's cool.
Yeah. He took a picture with us.
Took a picture with me. And also, I learned from my errors last time.
Yeah. So we'll go down our picks and we'll see who ends up winning this one out. We'll do points. 1 point per. We'll see who wins.
Per right bet.
Yeah, per right bet. We'll see who wins. Loser has to.
We gotta decide on a bet between the last video and this episode.
Yeah, who can win?
So
Who has the
it'll
most
be
points?
2 bets.
Yeah. It'll be most.
We combine them.
Combine them,
Make it
yeah.
more
Who
exciting.
has the most points throughout the whole both videos, both picks, and
It's all
loser.
period, so-
Loser has to buy
We'll figure it out.
Thank you.
K barbecue. Yeah, we'll do that.
If you don't know us.
Yeah, if you don't know, we like K barbecue. Yeah, we'll figure a bet out for it.
K barbecue. I'm ordering sushi with my K barbecue.
You fucking win, I swear to God.
We're going to P1 and I'm getting the extra sushi.
You gotta introduce. I still haven't been introduced to sushi yet.
Is it
This-
P1 or Bao1? I don't know.
You're the one that's a big fucking Korean fan.
This doesn't mean I know
You
pronunciation.
speak more Asian than I do. You're quarter Chinese. So is it B1 or Baiwan?
I
Or...
don't know. I think Bao1. I don't know.
Swear to God. I'm taking your Chinese card back. You're no longer quarter Chinese.
No.
You're not allowed to go to North or South Korea anymore. You have to go to North Korea.
No.
Yeah. Anything else? What do we?
So actually, we're not doing K barbecue. We're doing Japanese barbecue because Edward said there's a place I need to go try, and that it will become our favorites.
I didn't even know there was a Japanese barbecue.
It's 88. I think it's 888 Japanese barbecue.
We're going there.
So
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
we're doing
Let's do
that because Edward said that will become our favorite place.
I'm down. I'm down for this. I'm always down for good food places. Our Sunday tradition shall continue
Yeah.
of open mats and
And food.
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 It's seriously my favorite day of the week. I love spending time with you guys.
Mm.
I love doing jiu-jitsu, and that's the only day I'm doing jiu-jitsu right now. But no, it is seriously. I look forward to Sundays. That is like my favorite day of the week. I love going and doing open mat with you guys and doing lunch afterwards. It's always fun.
We need to go to Half Bird again soon though.
Half Bird is always fun. We need to do like a
Half
review.
Bird
We need to start doing review videos of
We
food
just
places.
put together little videos for the upcoming IBJJF events, so people coming into town can know what the spots are to hit.
Dude, Half Bird ruined my perspective of any other chicken place.
Their fucking chicken nuggies are
They're the
legit.
best.
They are legit chicken nuggies.
They are the best in Las Vegas. Here's the thing.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Half Bird
Half Bird.
sponsor me, please. Please. Please.
We're gonna work on that. We'll make that happen.
Please.
But yeah, other than that, we're gonna be at this event live. It's gonna be fun if you're there. Fucking say what's up.
You can pay attention to both of our Instagram accounts because they're probably going to be posting a ton of videos that night.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you're gonna go to
So do it
RIP.
yours up there and mine up here.
_ BJJ.
Yeah.
And then Salt King _
Why
Tim
do you have to do that?
_
I already
Spindell.
know you're capitalizing it, you're highlighting it. Mine's going to be tiny font above my head. Like,
RIP _ BJJ.
that's better. You're going to add in a
There's
better.
gonna be some editing there, young lady. I'm just gonna add a tiny little rip. Ding. So yeah.
You did the sound effect of like a hawk, but it's going to be like this tiny pigeon.
Aside from that, I think we're good. We got there's not much else going on. Not a whole lot going on in our lives. You just do jiu-jitsu all day and fucking get to do that, and I just stand at work and throw a ball against the wall all day for 8 hours.
I do jiu-jitsu, school, and work.
It'll probably be in a couple weeks, but our next show will probably be our world's pre-show.
It might be. It might be the World's pre-show. We are trapped. I got the time off work, so we are going to Worlds.
Yeah.
You're going to compete in Worlds. I'm going to go and be your creepy old friend that films you.
I'm 18.
You're 18 now, so it's okay. Get some good pictures. We'll get some good shots. It'll be fun.
Hope Roberto makes it into the final, so we know at least what will happen.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've gone to Worlds like the last 2 or 3 years by myself. Well, last time I was with you, but at the time, the times before, I've always gone by myself. So like if you're wondering, I always go to these tournaments by myself. People are like, "What's your guys' relationship? What's your friendship like?" And I'm like, "Hey guys, want to do jiu-jitsu?" And my friends are all like, "No, I don't want to do that." And I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to be at Worlds. Hey, right, you want to go to Worlds? You're going to compete at Worlds?" And you're like,
Hell yeah.
"Let's go." Like, "Hey, you want to go to Texas and compete?" Yes.
Yes.
All right, cool. Hey, you want to go watch fucking UFC Fight
I
Pass?
told you
Yeah.
about that. I invited you.
But I mean, it's, you know what I mean? That's kind of the
There's nothing like watching Worlds in person.
Worlds is fun to watch in
Worlds is
person.
the best.
Gi Jiu-Jitsu is gay as fuck, and it's boring as shit. But it is still very cool to be there in person at the pyramid. There is something special about it. I've always had a great time. I've gone the last few years by myself. Like, I'll go down there and watch it.
Nobody else wants to go.
Yeah, nobody else wants to do anything like this. So
I tell people about it, and they're like, "Oh, that sounds fun."
that sounds
But no.
cool. But no, so I've gone by myself for a few years, and it's always a blast. I do enjoy it, so I'm very happy. At least this time I'll have somebody to root for. Well, the last couple times I had somebody to root for. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, good shit, man. We're gonna see. The next episode will probably be the World's pre-show. So in a seedy hotel room. So maybe we'll see. There might be one more before. We don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's gonna be it for this edition of the Salty Side of Jiu-Jitsu podcast. Stay salty, my friends. Peace out.